and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks. And today we are looking at the colors that we are using in our blanket that we're making at the moment, the Color Theory blanket. Now, I want to tell you in this video how I came about choosing this theme for our cal and how it works. What is Color Theory all about? So a couple of months ago, I went to my storage facility and I found the paints, the watercolor paints that I used to have as a child. And when I opened up the box, this was the state they were in. And I have to say, to me, this just looks like it's a well-loved, well-used color palette. And so I was really happy I found these. When I got home, I went straight to the stationaries and I found some watercolor paper, got some new brushes as well, and I started doing some painting. And I have to say I've really enjoyed doing a little bit of painting and just rekindling my love with watercolor. And so when it came to choosing the new cal theme, I wanted to challenge myself, and I thought, what if I could link the watercolors to the colors, to the StarCraft DK colors? Do you think I could even make them up? And this is, of course, where the color theory came in. Now, color theory is all about the fact that if you take three main colors, you will be able to make all the colors. So for our blanket, we are using 15 colors, these ones here, and then this color here, black, we are using for the border. So we'll just leave that out of the equation for now. But here we have 15 colors, and I looked at, which are the main colors in color theory. So that is a yellow, a red, and a blue. So I looked for those colors in my paints, or actually I went to the shop and I found some Winsor and Newton paints, and I thought these were, looked the most like the lapis, the citron, and the lipstick. So we have lemon yellow deep for citron, we have Winsor red for lipstick, and we have Prussian blue for lapis. And these three colors can make up all the other ones that we have there. So today I am going to paint for you instead of crocheting. We're going to be using these three colors here, and we are going to be making a color wheel. I'm going to show you the primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, and we are going to make a color wheel. So I have decanted my little tubes of paint into pans. So this is Winsor red, this is lemon yellow deep, and this is Prussian blue. I have here a plate that I'm going to be mixing my colors on. I have my paintbrush. Remove this. I have water as well. So let's put that in there. And I have my watercolor paper. Now, if you wanted this layout, I do have this. In the Facebook group, I will have it as a file for you to download. So you can also do this should you have some paints, but there's of course no need to. You can just use little snippets of your yarn and stick them onto it. Okay, so this is my paper that we are going to be painting. These are the paints that we're going to be using, and these are the colors that we are going to be making. Okay, but first of all, let's keep things simple and let's go for the three main colors. So here I'm going to be painting the three main colors. So put my paints there. This is not going to be so easy. I know how to film a crochet tutorial, but this is not so easy to do with, of course, painting. That's completely different. So into the yellow paint, Now I like to mix a little bit of paint on my plate, so I'm going to do that because that will make it easier for me later on to mix everything else as well. So this is just the paint straight out of the tube, and I'm going to choose one of the sides here and I'm going to paint that yellow. And I do think that that is, maybe it's a little bit too watery. Like I said, I did spray them so they would be ready for use. A little bit more here. Yeah, that's a bit more, that's better. So let's go over all of it again. There we go. So this now should be just about, look, the citron color. Okay, so that's our citron. Now we've got the paint on our brush, so I'm going to go ahead and paint this yellow as well. So the citron, I think, is very well represented in the Winsor & Newton Lemon Yellow Deep. There we go. So that's for the secondary colors. And then here for our whole color wheel, we're also going to be painting one of the segments. Now, before I start on the color wheel, normally you would have 12 colors in the color wheel. And you would have the lemon, the lipstick and the lapis, so the yellow, red and blue. But because we are using 15 colors, so not the black for now, we are using 15 colors, I had to make sure I had 15 little segments in here, which I have managed to do. It only took me a couple of hours to divide the circle into 15 equal parts, but it's done now. You can download it. Like I said, I have made a black and white version of this as well. You can download that and use it as you want to. So let's go ahead. So that's a little bit different from the normal color theory, but then we are using our artistic license because of course we are doing crochet and we need 15 colors. So there we go. So I'm going to have to change something here so when I put my plate down it doesn't make so much noise. I hope you're going to stay with me in this painting. It will become more interesting. Okay, I promise. A little bit of water, more paint. I might even change my setup in a moment to show you more things. But like I said, this is not the usual thing I film. So we are making do at the moment. So there we go. So that is our lemon, our citron, lemon yellow deep. Here I'm going to do a little square. These are the three main colors that we will be using. I'm going to write down there, citron. And that is in our paint, that is going to be lemon yellow deep. And that's a Winsor & Newton color. There we go. So that is the first color that we are using. Now, for the second color, wash the brush. Let's go to the lipstick. So we are going to be using Winsor Red, this one here. So into the paint. Let's pick up some of the paint. See, I wet it in advance so it's nice and thick. Onto the plate. And I'm going to do it in the triangle, like on the color wheel, so that it's easier later on for us to mix things. So this is a lovely red. And once again, I think, you know, that's as close as we are going to get. So I think that's okay. So let's paint this part here in the Winsor Red. That's a lovely red, isn't it? Now, I would recommend, if you are interested in this, of course, there are so many videos on, you know, color theory, you know, which colors to choose, because of course in printing they use a different set of the basic colors. So really you can change your 3 colors. So I've chosen these quite strong colors, but you can go for a softer yellow, a more pink red, and a lighter blue, and then all your other colors will be different. So that's the nice thing about having just choosing 3 colors, and you will have, you know, very nice combinations that you will be making. But what I'm hoping for is that choosing my colors as close as possible to those 3 main colors, citron, lipstick and lapis, that will also then in the end, in a moment here in my big color wheel, give me all of these colors. So we will see. We will see. So let me just, yeah, there we go. So I've had to leave one open here because these are secondary colors. So that means there's going to be one color in between. So here I will put the blue, and then each time there will be another color in between. So you might want to try and guess which one is going to be in between yellow and red. And now on to my big color wheel here, and I am going to fill in my red, or better, my lipstick. There we go. Voila. There we are. Now, of course, we are going to do the little square here as well. Oh, I think I need a bit more paint in there. Make it nice and red. Voila. Paintbrush to be washed. And now, of course, we are going to write down lipstick. And that is the Windsor red. There we go. So there we have the citron, the lipstick and the lapis. I wrote lemon there, but never mind. Okay, so now on to the blue. So we have Prussian blue. This is our lapis. So let's clean the brush. Dry it a little bit. Get some water into the blue. Or at least the Prussian blue. It's a lovely dark blue. Let's get it in there. It looks black actually. Onto the plate. Oh, look at that. Bit more water. That is lovely. I think I'm going to put some more. Okay. So there we are. We're ready to start painting our blue side here. When I started painting again a couple of months ago, I soon stumbled upon this color theory and these, you know, these representations that they do with choosing different colors. So a different yellow, a different red and a different blue. And oh my goodness, I've had such fun seeing the colors that come out when you choose slightly different primary colors. So, you know, if you choose these ones different, then everything else will be different as well. So let's see if we can get onto our big wheel here and paint the blue in. Voila, there we are. So those are the 3 main colors on the wheel. Now we do the little square here. I think I'll put some more pigment on so it's a little bit darker. There we go. Brush to be cleaned. Let's write on there. So we have lapis, and that is our Prussian blue. There we go. So now, what happens if we combine lemon yellow deep with some Windsor red? So if we take some of this and we add some of this, too much red. See, the red is very vibrant, so I need to be very careful. I'm going to go into the paint and not in there because I don't want to disturb that one just yet. There we go. Look at that. So which colour is this, you think? Spice. So now we have got a colour where we have 50-50. So this is yellow, orange, red. So we had the same amount of red as yellow, and you get orange. So let's paint that in. And of course for us, this would be the spice colour. I mean, it's not an exact science, you know, it's careful mixing of colours. There we go. And then here, of course, as well, in the big colour wheel, we are going to be putting this spice colour in the middle. So here, I need a bit of water, a bit more paint. Okay, so this one is the spice. Now, if we added more yellow to the spice, or brought the, you know, this bit here to the yellow, then we get a lighter spice, basically, which then could be sunshine. So let me bring in a little bit more yellow. There we go. I think maybe a little bit more. So this yellow has a tiny bit of red in it. So that would then be this colour here. So this would be the sunshine colour, just with a tiny hint of red in the yellow. Can you see the difference? And now, of course, what would happen if we took more red towards that orange? And I think we had that just earlier. So a tiny bit back into there. Let me just mix in a little bit more of the yellow because I don't have enough paint. So there we go, back to the spice, tiny bit of red. Bit more. See, there we go. So that's a little bit darker. Is it dark enough? Let's put a little bit more in. There we go. See? And that then brings us towards, yeah, is it tomatoey enough? Let's put a little bit more in. There we go. See? That then brings us towards tomato. So let's put that there. Or is it? No, no, still a bit more, I think. A bit more. I'm having fun. I hope you are as well. This is going to be a long video. I'm just warning you. Oh my goodness. I think possibly that would do. See? Yep. Yes, that is the colour I'm expecting to see. Voila. So now we colour this in. And of course that now is closer to the red than it is to the yellow. Voila. So these are like complementary colours. They all go well together and they go from citron to lipstick. So this is what we've got at the moment. Let me just show you. Citron, sunshine, spice and tomato. And then of course here we have the lipstick. So now let's see if we can go from lipstick to lapis. So here we have lipstick. Here we have 4 bits because I had to add colors to it, remember? So we are going to have to make boysenberry, plum, and then towards the purple, proper purple and violet, and then towards the blue, which we will have in lapis. So that's what we are going to try and do. So we start with some red and we bring in a tiny bit of blue, just one tiny bit. Let's see what that will give us. Look at that. And maybe, yeah, it's a little bit, I want it a little bit purpler for that boysenberry. Yeah, look at that. I think we're getting there. That's closer, isn't it? So I think I'm going to get a little bit of orange, put that in. Oh no, that's changed it. Look at that. But yeah, I think that's okay. Tiny bit of blue. There we go. So it's going to have to do. Boysenberry. Yeah, right next to the lipstick. So still very red, but not the same as lipstick, obviously. And now we are going to add more blue. So into the blue, into, oh, look at that. That's quite a dark one, isn't it? So can you see how the colors changes? Unbelievable. It's a really dark purple here. In my screen it looks like a grey, but it's not. So let's see if we can, yeah, I think I need more red in there to bring that to the plum colour. Yeah, there we go. I think this one would work. So let's put a little bit more red. There we go. Plum. So we have more blue and more red, and we've made a dark plummy colour. Bit of water. And now, same thing again, we need to add more blue and more. Oh, see, made the same colour. So we need to make more blue, bring that into the blue bits where we are going to go for more purple, but it's not going purpley. So let's see if we can, no, that's going, okay. I'm trying here. Let's try again. Okay. Purple, is that purple enough? Let's try with that one in there. Just looking, and you're going through all these phases of colors. It's just amazing how, you know, with just adding a few colors to the mix, you can make a different color basically. So let's see. Now the problem with me choosing lipstick and lapis, if I had chosen a pinker red, it would have given me that purple. So I might just add that. I have here Opera Rose, and that will give me, I know I'm cheating now, but that will give me, let me find a brush to go into that colour. That will give me a pinker colour, which I think I might just need to do to get that same sort of purple, plummy purple colour. Let me show you the difference. So there we go. So this is the pink now instead of the red. And if I mix the, look at that, see? So yeah, that is exactly proper purple. Look at that. I'm just going to use it. I'm going to go for it. I know, but you know, this is having fun, isn't it? We're having fun. So proper purple, yeah, that's the right one. Now it could be a little bit stronger in colour, but that's okay. Voila. See? So we've had to bring in a little bit of opera rose. That's fine. So now, let me put the opera rose into the paints. Now we're going to bring in more blue, and that is going to give us violet. Now, obviously, I have no idea how they make these colours, of course, for the yarn, you know, because normally I should have been able to create the purples with the 3 main colours as I have, but of course I'm trying to, you know, make them look like my colours here. And I think we have a naughty colour here, which is trying to invade on the other one next door. Never mind. We'll show it who's boss. But yeah, that's how it goes, isn't it? I mean, obviously I'm trying to mix 2 different industries together. There we go. So that is that. So we have the boysenberry, we have the plum, we have the proper purple. That doesn't look... Didn't that look different just now? And we have the violet still looks the same, but the proper purple, I think I'm going to have another go at that. That looks... Oh, I mean, doesn't matter. There we go. That's, yeah, that is... Or is that too... that's maybe too... If I mix this with this... That looks more plummy, doesn't it? Oh well, let's go over it. I'm having fun here. That's not going to work, is it? Oh well. They're good paints. I should be able to do this. There we go. It has a hint of it. A hint. Well, actually, I think that's okay. I have to say, in the viewfinder, it looks black, but it is not black. It is a kind of purpley colour. There we go. These, I think, are the hardest ones to do, because obviously, like I said, I have no idea how these colours are made for the yarn industry, and so I'm just trying my best here. Okay, so let's now go on to mixing the citron and the lapis. So we've got the lapis here, citron there. I'm just going to add a little bit of lapis blue here, or at least Prussian blue. Clean my brush, make sure not too much is left in there. Look at that. And now go for a little bit of lemon yellow deep. Bit more paint needed to be able to do this. There we go. So now we're going to have the light color of the yellow, and I'm going to just bring in a tiny bit of blue. Look at that. So this gives us a green. Oh, I forgot to do these ones here. We'll go back to that in a moment. But we need a lot more yellow in there. So this one here, I think I'm going to call, no, too green. Too green. So we're going to just take the brush, go into the yellow. No, you can't see. Go into the yellow over here. Just bring it in and give it a slight, yeah, that's better. Look at that. So this could be the mustard. So it's just a tiny bit of the yellow with a tiny bit of green in it to bring us the mustard colour. There we go. And then we are going to add more and more blue. So let's do that. And then we'll make, look at this, a nice lime. Maybe a tiny bit more. There we go. Yeah, so that's for the lime. There we go. Okay. And now we are going to go and make sure that we end up in blue, of course. So we're going to need a nice green, which I think I might need a little bit of. There we go. It's not quite the khaki I'm looking for. My khaki is a little bit darker, so let's go and put some more blue in. So now we want a nice green, a nice good dark green, or as dark as I can make it. What do you think? No, not quite. More. See, if I was to mix the green here, it is going to be darker. Let's bring it over there. So there we go. So that's our khaki. I mean, if nothing else, it's just a nice time playing with colours and just basically having a look at how colours are made. You know, green is made by yellow and blue, purple is made by blue and red, and you can make so many other colours in between. So I had great fun trying to work this out. So we'll fill this one here as well. And I'll make a nice purple in a moment to fill that last bit there as well. And so this is what I did when I was looking at the yarn. I took the 3 colours and then I tried to sort of find the ones that were complementary to it, that were opposite to it, and you know, that just made the whole spectrum of colours. As you see them also, of course, in the rainbow. But this is the whole spectrum of colours that the eye can see, basically. That's colour theory. So, right, so I'm going to put more blue, because that will now bring us to bottle. Or should do. Yes, yes, look at that. I think it does. So we bring in more blue and it becomes a different colour of green. There we go. Look at that. And now, of course, for the last one, we need a lot more blue because we need to try and make a teal colour. What do you think? That looks tealy to me. Tealy. Let's get some more blue, some more yellow. See, green, that's too green, but I might need this over here into the blue. So what do we think? Is this teal enough or do we need more colour? I think it is teal, but I might need a little bit more yellow to lighten it up a bit. What do we think? I like it. Yes, I think it's nice. So let's bring in that one and go in here. And yes, it is different, but not different enough. So I'm going to try and bring in more blue and more yellow, but keep it teal. I'm really enjoying this. Mixing colours, having a nice afternoon. Layla's asleep. I'm just painting. Is that too much the same colour there? I think it's okay. There we go. Voila, that's the colour wheel. Now, of course, we forgot to fill in the nice purple, so let's try Opera Rose. look at that. So that's quite a different red. You can, of course, choose that one instead, but we didn't. So there we go, because that's not the lipstick colour that I was using. And now it's too blue, of course. Oh my word. Right, so Opera Rose in there. Let's make a nice purple. Yes, there we go. Look at that. This is much nicer purple. I'm going to go with it. Bring in some more Opera Rose. Where are we? Here. There we go. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to fill this one here. I like purple. This is a nice purple. The Windsor Red and the Prussian Blue purple is a very dark, near grey purple, and that is well known. So yeah, we've made it our own. Okay, so we have now created in watercolour, hopefully, all these colours here. So we have, let me correct this here, we have citron. We have citron, so that's this one here. We have sunshine. We have spice. So sunshine and spice. We have tomato. We have lipstick. We have plum. No, we have, first of all, it was boysenberry, so the lighter one. Then we have plum. And I do think, the plum worked out quite well. Look at that. It's a little bit darker, but it's fine. Then we have the proper purple, which, yeah, I'm not sure. I think this one, look at that, is much more proper purple than the one we mixed there. So I could quickly, let's see. That's cheating now, Anya. Oh well. I think that's okay. Look, proper purple. That's more proper purple than proper purple. Okay. Proper purple. Then we have violet. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. Then we have lapis. So this one here. Then of course we go into the greens with our teal, because a bluey green is teal. Then we have, wait a minute here, bottle. I could have done that darker, I think, but I think it's a good resemblance anyway. Khaki. There we go. And then here we have lime. And then here we have mustard. There we go. Okay. And now, of course, the only colour we have not made is black. This is how you make black. You take all the colours that you've made and you put them all together. I'm going to get a bigger brush, a bit more water. And when you mix all the colours together, everything that's on our plate, you will see that actually it's going to turn into black. So mixing the Prussian Blue, Lemon Yellow Deep and Windsor Red will also make black, because that's all, well, we have cheated a little bit, but you know, we're allowed. Because that is all the colours that we have actually used. And so if you look at this here, what have we made? Black. Look at that. And I can see in there, I can see other colours, but the main colour here is black. So mix everything up and you end up with black. So we're going to put a black circle in the middle here, because that is what you get when you mix all the colors together. There we go. Voila. Now, of course, there is a lot more to this color theory than what I have shown you here. I wanted to show you how to mix the colors. I wanted to give myself a challenge and try and make all the colors that we are using in our color theory Cal blanket in my watercolors. And of course there are lots of theories about what are complementary colors, what are opposite colors, what colors don't go together, what, you know, things like that. But for us, for now, I just had fun creating all these colors. I had fun painting with you. I had fun doing a little bit of cheating, but that's okay. That's all good. And I hope you enjoyed crocheting while you were watching me paint. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!